Hello and welcome to Manhattan Beach, California, the site of this year's 2016 Manhattan Beach Badminton Club International Championships Road to Rio event. We're here this morning with Dean Shoppy, myself, John Britton, and Tracy Britton, all three of us from and of Manhattan Beach. The players now are going to be introduced. The two young Mexican women's doubles players step forward and are greeted, and they're going to be playing today against a Manhattan Beach local, Lulu Yu, and her partner,
Mia Tsao from Cyprus.
Yeah, Mia Tsao from Cyprus. So they're both local high school kids. All four of these players are under 16 years of age. So this is an incredible final featuring the youngest final that I have ever seen for an international championships of this caliber.
And I talked to the girls before the start of the game, and both teams are very nervous because this is the first major event at this level they have competed in.
Yeah, for the Mexican girls, they both indicated that they like doubles and mixed better. But they're both ranked number 1 and number 2, respectively, in juniors in Mexico in singles. So they both have their greatest results so far in singles. Whereas I think that in the case of Lulu especially, she's had really outstanding doubles results in the past.
And Lulu was competing in the semifinals of the mixed doubles yesterday with another local young player and unfortunately lost. But she has made this final and she's very happy to be here.
That should maybe play out to their advantage, the fact that she's played under these conditions already once. She's the only one of the 4 players out there that's played in the center court here now.
And she does have home field advantage, as you said. She is a Manhattan Beach Badminton Club member, and Mia, who is a member of the Arcadia Badminton Club, has also played here in several junior events.
Wow, it's incredible. So both these girls, so all 4 of them, I think, I don't know, is Mia a sophomore or is Mia a freshman in high school?
Mia's a sophomore, and Lulu's 14 and Mia's 15, and their opponents from Mexico are of a similar age.
Yep, 14 and 15. The 2 Mexican girls are both sophomores in high school. I guess Mia must be a sophomore, and Lulu's only a freshman. This is going to be her first year in CIF high school badminton. So this is incredible as they warm up here. Tracy, what do we look for now as they warm up for women's doubles specifically? What are we looking for, and what should we hope to see here?
Well, most importantly, serve and service return are everything in the game, and these girls are warming up to get ready to play in an event that is a worldwide event, and they're going to be nervous, and we'll see how their serves are to see if how they're going to do.
So now yesterday in the men's doubles, we saw almost exclusively, there were a few flick serves and a few drive serves, but we saw a lot of short serving because of the fear of the massive overhead smashes that the guys bring to the game. Will we see more deep serves here in the women's doubles, or will we see the same?
I think you will see more deep serves in the women's doubles since they're not as strong as the men and won't be hitting it as hard. But we'll see the strategy when we get started with this. But they'll start out with a short serve and get on the offense.
Do you think the women will attack the short serve as much as we saw in the men's doubles final?
Yes, I do.
Now, in the case of all of these girls, they're all a little bit over 5 foot, except for maybe Mia, who looks to be just 5'1". None of them are super big. With the men's doubles yesterday, we saw a lot of underhand defensive shots. Will we see more of a counterattacking overhead type of defense, or are we going to see more of what we see with the men with the underhand and the elbow up?
Women's doubles is a little bit different because they're not quite as strong as the men, but they're quick and they're agile and can move the bird around, so their defensive shots will be strategically placed.
And the other thing you mentioned, Dean, was they're not particularly tall, so the smashing, although it might be strong, it will certainly not be steep if it's from the back of the court.
Right.
So here we go. As we get ready to get started here from Manhattan Beach, California, the first one of our finals for the 2016 Manhattan Beach Badminton Club International Challenge Road to Rio Championships. They're testing their serve, so all 4 of them so far seem to serve backhand. Explain a little bit about backhand serving and about the service rules.
Well, backhand serve, you take a very short backhand swing, your elbows up, you hit it on the backhand side of the racket, and there's less that can go mechanically wrong with the backhand serve as opposed to the more traditional forehand serve that we'll see in tennis. But the players are ready to go. The linesman calls them together. 0-0 first game. And it's Mia to serve. Mia Tsao from Arcadia Badminton Club.
Nice shot down the forehand side.
And right away we see Lulu has a strong smash. Not the steepest, but a strong smash, earning her the first point.
Nice low serve, keeping up.
And good defense from the Americans there. The Mexicans on the attack. But as Dean and Tracy talked about, that low flat smash return winning the point.
So it's 2-0 now.
Quick shot across for a winner.
Lulu drives it into the very back corner of the court, and from that position in the court, it's hard for anybody to do very much.
And a nice winner across from the Mexicans.
And the Mexicans returning the favor. The Americans just played on them with that cross-court drive back from a smash. And a poor, short, high return by Mia, allowing the Mexicans to attack.
There's a really good camera angle there showing that when the one team is on offense, they tend to be more up and back, a person close to the net and a person in the back. And then on the defensive teams, they go side to side. Not exclusively, but it tends to get into that configuration. Usually the team attacking is winning.
Ooh, she got away with a short clear there. Nice long rally.
Oh, good rally.
Both teams showing their excellent abilities on offense and defense. Both teams had opportunities to attack. Both teams defended. And the Americans came off the winners of that long rally to take a 5-2 lead.
Unforced error on the serve.
The what I mentioned earlier about the underhand defensive style versus the overhead, you see a lot of the overhead defensive shots now where the girls try to take the shot from above their shoulders, even though the other team is smashing, and really move the shuttle.
See how flat they're managing to keep the bird, but that was a very loose shot.
At the net.
Yeah, very loose shot from the Mexican team, setting up Lulu for the kill.
Good cut at the net. See a lot of quick movement. Once the team gets the bird going down, you'll see them stay in front and really try to take over that front part of the court. And offense usually wins, and it's doing so now.
Yeah, Mia needs to hit these clears higher and deeper to the back. That was too short, and she paid the penalty for it.
So the
Score tied at 6.
So now they're just going to go change the shuttle, which is a normal process. It happens all the time. Bird gets a little roughed up. It slows down a little, or maybe it wobbles. So similar to baseball, you just get a new one and keep on going.
Good pressure on the serve from Mia there. Rather a loose service. Mia was in quickly, forcing the error, winning the point. And the Mexicans seem to be attacking the Americans' backhand side.
and quite successfully. They've scored quite a few points recently to catch back up into the game using that method.
And we have our first flick serve of the game.
Just-
And not successful, as the Americans were able to attack and put pressure on and win the point.
Tremendous defense from the American team.
Oh, nice rally.
Good rally, good rally.
All four players showing tremendous athletic ability on that, moving
Yeah.
all four corners, attacking when they could.
Yeah, the
Excellent play.
Mexican team, when the bird comes up, seems to have a little bit more power, but it's not overwhelmingly enough power to make the rally end immediately. They just seem to hit the bird a little harder.
Again, both teams kind of smash. It's not a steep smash. So the flat trajectory allows your opponent to get it back, gives it a bit more time just to get in line of the bird. And here we see an example here. Neither of these girls can hit it really steeply from the back of the court. Again, superb defense from both sides. Mexicans have managed to change attack to defense, and now the Americans are back on the attack. What a great rally.
Oh,
Wow, what an
very
incredible
nice.
rally.
Very nice rally.
And unfortunately for the Americans, the Mexicans won it on a mishit shot off the racket frame.
A little bit of a clunker, but boy, it sure worked. It's a good thing all these four of these girls are young. The Mexican girls in particular train a lot. They're 6 days a week. Both of them train between 3 and 3.5 hours a day. Adelina is from Ensenada, Mexico, Ensenada, Baja California, and she's really like singles. She's number one in the country in singles and juniors. And also, interestingly, both of them love chemistry. That's their favorite subject in school. So they're one of those doubles teams. Even though they're not from the same city, they are from the same state, and they have the same likes and dislikes. Her doubles partner Nicole Marquez is number 2 in singles, so that's probably where they've been put together by the association as the number 1 and 2 girls from their conference or from their state.
And what's happening now is they are allowed a break when the score reaches 11. The Americans are ahead 11 points to 9. So there's a 1-minute break where coaches can come on and perhaps make small minor adjustments to the game because it is quite close. And the players can towel off, have a drink.
There's the Manhattan Beach Badminton Club pro Wei Zhang talking to the 2 girls, exhorting them to apparently to move them around, keep the bird down.
All 4 players are showing excellent athletic ability. They move quite freely. They're quick reactions. So it's a really good game at this point, with the Americans having a very slight advantage, 11-9.
Let's see what they've changed in their game. Seems like they're pushing it deeper in the court to force some errors on the Mexicans.
Yeah, both teams that first half of the game weren't hitting it particularly deep. And there's another deep backhand.
Yes, seems to be working.
Yeah, so that may have been what their coach told them, to hit the first one way high and deep and then go after the attack rather than just attacking.
There's another high one, but it's not very deep.
And
Not
they
very
paid the
deep,
price.
but really high.
It was high, but not deep.
A quick cross causing an unforced error on the Americans.
So it's 11-13.
Now the Mexican girls seem to be attacking the middle of the American pair. They're hitting a lot more to the middle of the court. And you can see from that last rally, the Americans looked a little bit confused, not knowing who was taking it. Who should be taking that shot, Tracy?
The forehand, person with the forehand in the middle should be taking that shot.
Again, another smash to the inside of the American couple, winning the point for the Mexican. They're back in it at 13-13.
And pushing it deep, trying to get back on the offense. Oh, and a mistake.
A little loose.
Short to the net and paid the price with a smash right at her feet.
So we're seeing the team on offense again, roaring and scoring points quite quickly. Unforced.
And Dean, you were right in thinking the Americans are hitting more to the back, but it's cost them so many points. They might want to adjust that strategy.
Yeah.
And stay on the attack as much as they can.
Yeah, it worked for 1 or 2 points right off the bat, but the Mexicans adjusted immediately and sent it back themselves. Wow, great get. Another one.
Excellent teamwork by the Mexicans, even though they ended up losing the point. When one of them went sprawling, the other one covered our area and was able to keep the rally going for another couple of shots.
And the Americans try to flick serve, and so far it's worked for them.
Wow.
Nice cross-court drop by the Mexicans.
So the Mexicans sneak into a 2-point lead here, probably because they've defended a little bit better, and when the opportunity to attack has come, they've taken it and won the points. The American pair are having difficulty putting their smashes away.
Yeah, they don't seem to have quite as much power as the two Mexican girls have, as far as the smashing is concerned.
But there's a winning smash from Lulu there. Mia with the serve.
And a nice push to the forehand, winner for Mia.
Excellent serve from Mia, setting up a loose or tight return by the Mexican player, which, as you said, was put away for a point. Score tied, 16-16.
And then
It's always interesting in doubles because even though the serve looks okay, it's the right distance, it's more or less the right height, 1 or 2 inches either direction, and it's really a setup. And you just saw an example of that right there.
A rare miss hit from Mia, smashing into the net there. But she doesn't have a lot of height, so the angle available to her is not as great as a taller player would have. Oh, the American girl showing a little sign of nerves and tentativeness, yes.
Ditto there.
unforced error on the serve.
And with the game really tight right now, you don't want to make an error like that.
Wow. Another reasonably okay serve, but the Mexican girls absolutely anticipating it and looking for it and just crushing it.
Yeah, I think if one of the American girls, if they get served back, should flick it. But it's game point for the Mexicans. First game point.
Oh, dear.
And the only game point. 21-17. Mexico wins the first game.
Well, that was a really close, exciting game, and we look forward to the second one.
There we go. Perfect.
And the coaches take an opportunity to talk a little strategy with their teams and try and figure out how they're going to get back on the winning side of things.
The Manhattan Beach Badminton Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support of the 2016 Manhattan Beach International Open. Ashaway, HL Badminton, Maccabi USA, McDonald's, Rockin' Brews, Rockin' Fish, Rucco.
Many people think that badminton is in the park with your sister and a couple of friends, and you just kind of hit the bird around. It's nothing like that. Badminton is the world's fastest racket sport. A badminton bird comes off at 200 miles an hour, and if you think that that's fast, or wait until you play it, you really get an opportunity to see this at a very top level, especially the fact that we're having this Olympic trials here in town in February.
Welcome back here to Manhattan Beach, California. We're here for the Manhattan Beach International Series. Road to Rio Championships. This is a professional badminton tournament. This is part of the Olympic qualifying events leading up to the ultimate qualification at the end of April, where athletes will ultimately be named based on their world rankings. This is the women's doubles finals, which features two young teams, one from Mexico and one from the USA, both 14 and 15 years of age. The U.S. team is here with their backs to us. The Mexican team in white and red on the other side of the court. I'm here. My name is Dean Shoppy, and I'm here today with former national champion in both women's doubles and mixed doubles, Tracy Britton, who grew up here in Manhattan Beach and a part of Manhattan Beach Badminton Club. And we're here with John Britton, her husband, who played for Scotland and was national champion and multiple U.S. national champion. We find this game now in the second game of this match. The Mexicans have won the first game, and they are winning 2-1 here in the second. Tracy, what are we going to look for here if the Americans are going to turn this around?
Well, they're going to have to figure out who's going to take the shot down the middle, because the Mexicans seem to be putting a lot of their shots down the middle because of the confusion with Mia and Lulu on who's going to take that shot. So they need to get that figured out if they're going to win this game.
The game was very tight in the first set, and until the end, when the Mexicans put a run of a couple of points together and then run it out 21-17. And I feel the Americans stopped attacking and started clearing more, allowing the Mexicans to attack them. And the Mexicans won the attacking points.
The Mexicans are definitely the more powerful team on offense, without question. They both have stronger smashes than either of the two American girls.
And they have a very strong defense, too. The American girls aren't quite as strong as you've mentioned. And the Mexicans don't seem to have a lot of problems getting the American smashes back.
Mexicans are causing a lot of unforced errors with Mia and Lulu. Mia and Lulu have to take a deep breath and regroup and try to get back on the offense. And they just caused an unforced error, getting a point in the serve, and let's hope that they can put a string of good serves together and stay on the offense.
The serving in badminton is rather unusual because it's underhand, and you can't hit it all the way to the back of the court by rule. There's a line that restricts it. So you hit a lot of serves that appear to be right to the person, but that's because your alternative is to hit it up and have it smashed at you.
And it was interesting to see Mia use the flick serve there, because the Mexican pair have been getting on top of the short serve. And she's back to the short serve, but it was a good one. And unfortunately, Lulu put it into the net.
So it's 7-3 now with the Mexican team out in front.
And what we talked about, Mexican players defending really well.
Pushed it deep to the forehand and got a winner.
Another flick serve just to keep the Mexican pair off balance. Great backhand from Nicole.
Oops.
So it's really interesting here because the Mexican girls, although they live in different cities, just like these two girls live in different cities, they appear to play together and seem to be more of a doubles team. There's less trouble out of the middle. There's less confusion from the back. Lulu Yu, Manhattan Beach, Maricosta High School freshman returns that serve.
In doubles, there's a rotation, and the partners have to figure out that rotation, and the Mexican team has definitely figured that out better than Lulu and Mia have.
Yes, Lulu and Mia look at each other sometimes during the rally, wondering who's going to hit the next shot. So they're a little bit hesitant as to who has to go to and hit the bird. And that's led to the Mexican team being 9-5 ahead in the second game.
This is an interesting final because both the teams are, as we said earlier, they're 14 and 15 years of age.
Right.
California here, we have CIF high school badminton where Costa has a team and Lulu plays for it. Mia goes to Cerritos and her team is her high school has a team, so they both play high school badminton, but they play on different teams. They play against each other in high school. Now, the Mexican team has definitely gone to serving to the outside wide so that the Americans can't attack from the middle. That seems to have helped them some, too.
Again, like Dean said, it appeared to be a good flat serve, but the Mexicans got on top of it, pushed it deep, and forced an error on Mia.
And the Mexican team clearly on top as we reach the 11.1 minute break. They're leading 11-6. And Tracy or Dean, what do you think they should do? The Americans have to do to get back into
I
this
think what
game.
the Americans have to do is similar to what the Mexicans are doing. I think that they really do need to serve short to the outside, push the bird, maybe shift over themselves to the side that they're going to serve to, force the Mexicans to bring the service return back to the middle of the court if they want to hit it away from their, or at least perceived away from their opponents. Because what's happening right now is the Mexicans are just jamming up the middle of the court. So if you're serving to the middle and the Mexicans are already beating you in the middle, you're putting them right into their strength.
Into their sweet spot. So I agree with Dean. They need to push the serve to the outside or put the flick serve in there and be ready to defend, because right now they're getting killed in the middle of the court.
The other thing they could probably do, the American team, is not allow the Mexicans to attack them so much by playing less high shots, playing more flat shots, so the Mexicans can't get on top of the shuttle. But we'll see.
Yeah, they really do need to move the bird around and kind of slash and run around like they were. They both are
Correct.
faster than the Mexican players, but they're not using their speed at all. And there's an unforced return of serve mistake, making it 12-6. It's a 2-1 advantage now for the Mexican team here in the second game.
Nice smash by Lulu, getting the serve back for Mia. And let's see what she does with the serve. She tried a flick, it wasn't very deep, but she did cause an unforced error and got the point.
Well, they're only down by 4, a couple points here, and they're back in the game. Well, no sooner said than...
Yes, serve is everything. Nice push deep to the backhand and got a short return that was able to be...
So now it's 9-13.
Flick serve again, which I think is a good idea, just to keep the Mexican pair off balance when they're returning serve. But unfortunately, even though they were on the attack, hitting into the net cost them another point.
Keeping it on the backhand side, Lulu was able to cause an unforced error.
Lulu dug that one out on the backhand side and
then spun to get out of the way of it so that it didn't hit her. That was a great move.
Adriana overhit it,
Yes.
and it went long. So they're within 3, the American team.
Mia got that serve right where she wanted it, right in the tee,
And
low over the net.
And Lulu, instead of smashing it outright, did a half-hit smash that fell in front of the Mexican player, and it paid dividends. She won the point. They're within 2. Oh, just outside. A good slice half-hit smash, but it just missed. So the Mexican team are ahead, 15-12, and a game ahead.
So when you see the player getting ready to serve and you see her put her hand in her back and wiggle her racket, what she's doing is she's signaling to her partner what serve she's going to hit. So her partner's ready for the serve that's coming. Same shot, only lower into the net.
And the American players starting to look a little bit worried here, feeling this game slipping away from them. And more
Unforced.
mistakes, or unforced errors, you like to call it.
Well, the
Very
Mexicans
nice
went to
try.
that outside serve early on in the first game, and ever since then they've just completely controlled the match as the game goes outside, inside, and the Americans don't have an answer to it.
Mia and Lulu didn't adjust.
Big point for the Americans. Keeps them within 6, and they have the serve.
And they've still got a mountain to climb, though, to get back into this game.
Nice smash, causing an unforced error.
14-19.
Again, Americans using a flick serve. Paid dividends. They won the rally.
15-19. This is psychologically a big point. If they can get to 16-19, they're within a couple of catching them. There it is.
There it is. Pushed deep
They've
to
made
the
a game of
forehead.
And now the Mexican team of Adriana and Nicole are starting to look a little bit nervous.
Able to put that one away, though. That setup, there was a little confusion on the part of the Mexican girls, but once the one partner ran out of the way, the other partner knew it was hers to move in on. Game point, match point. Oh, Lulu threads the needle and hits the line on 2 sides.
Great get.
Wow. Oh, that's it. Match is over. 21-17, 21-17. Nicole Marquez and Adelina Quinones from Mexico have defeated Lulu Yu and
Mia Tsao.
Mia Tsao from the United States. 21-17, 21-17.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of champions of the 2016 USA International. Runner-ups, Mia Tsao, Lulu, USA. And the champions for the women's doubles, Nicole Marquez and Adelina Quinones, Mexico.
The Manhattan Beach Badminton Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support of the 2016 Manhattan Beach International Open. Ashaway, HL Badminton, Makabe USA, McDonald's, Rockin' Breeze, Rockin' Marquez, Rico,
Next up is man, six doubles finals.
Here in town in February. It's the greatest aerobic sport in that you have to move in all directions. You're swinging the racket in every different way. The rallies are very long, much different than tennis, where you might hit it 3 or 4 times and think that's a great rally. It's a sport